Good evening. My name is Jimmy Williams. I'm running for Student Body President. I've been involved in SGA now for the past 2 years, serving in both the legislative and the executive branches. So I've got a unique perspective on both sides of the coin. And the reason I love SGA is because we get to work on issues that affect everybody at Georgia Tech, right? So when we work on debt week policy, that affects you all. When we work on athletic ticketing policy, that affects you all. And so seeing positive change is a great thing in SGA. You know, ever since I was a little kid, I loved fixing things and tampering with things, except back then I only thought I was fixing things. You know, in SGA, we actually try to take some positive steps forward and make some great changes on campus. You know, the first time I visited Georgia Tech, I realized that this school could give me as much as I was willing to give back to it. And frankly, right now, Georgia Tech has given us students a good fit. Our academic programs continue to achieve their high national rankings, and our sports teams are top of the charts across the board. You know, top 5 ranked baseball team in the country, and I've been saying this to everybody, but it's true. Somehow, by the grace of God, we made it into the NCAA tournament. So we're doing pretty well. But we still have some hurdles that we need to overcome, and those of you who took the recent student experience survey last year know these areas better than anyone, and all of you know these areas. I know these areas. We have strained faculty-student interaction on campus. We have, in general, a lack of interdisciplinary options in our academic courses and our majors. We have campus services, and we hear this every year, that all too often fail to meet our most basic needs. And then we have, and it's unfortunate, but a lack of a general and a vibrant social environment here on campus. So in order to target that community that we seek to build, we need to target it in 3 areas: academic community, student life community, and student support community. Because the time to wait for these issues in that community to build itself is over. We have to be the ones providing the solutions to the areas of campus we seek to change. Now, in regards to academic community, let's talk about the faculty-student interaction, just briefly. And I think we can solve this by an institute-based mentoring program and better define grading characteristics early on in the semester so that you know what you're supposed to take out of each class. Especially those core classes, Calculus 1, Calculus 2. I promise you there's a purpose that we take Calculus 2. I just haven't figured it out yet, but it's there. And you need to take out of those courses something important, and we need to be grading you based on what you're taking away, because these sweeping bell curves no longer work, right? So that's academics. In terms of interdisciplinary options in the classroom and in your major, we need to create tracks in each major. And CS has this, IE has this, and you guys are management majors, you also have this opportunity as well. But for me, I'm a biomedical engineer. And I've got 137 now hours I have to take to graduate. And there's no way that I can fit in a minor or certificate or anything else that I want to explore while I'm at Georgia Tech, because I've got to stick to the system. So we need to allow for more opportunity there for our students. We fix those areas, we take a step forward in academic community. As your SGA president, that's what I want to accomplish. And just briefly on the last 2, student life, let's talk about for just a second. Organizations need to collaborate more. Collaboration is a buzzword that we hear around campus. But SGA can incentivize that with some of our funding that we give out. We also need to make sure the campus is staying safe, because you can't have community without a safe campus. So I'm looking at hopefully implementing a neighborhood watch program across campus, similar to maybe in your suburbs or neighborhoods back home. Something that is a branding issue. It shows the city, it shows our neighbors, it shows our community. We have crime under control, and it's taking a step further than just telling students, don't walk it alone and don't leave your laptop visible in your car, because really, that's not accomplishing much at all. And finally, in terms of campus support, we can talk about housing and dining and everything that students complain about with campus services. But I just want to touch on 2 issues tonight. Registration being the first, and we're right in the heat of phase 1 registration. And all of you are getting your pointer fingers ready to refresh that screen to get into that last spot in that last section, because we don't have waiting lists right now, and that's a major problem. We also don't have pre-registration, which is getting on a little bit early, letting people know what you want to take, and then having those sections be made readily available for you to take when it comes time to actually register for the courses. So we address those areas in registration. That's a part of campus services we want to touch. And then finally, in campus services, SGA approves every single departmental fee increase that comes through. So you guys pay tuition and you pay fees, right? SGA handles the fees. What I'm telling you tonight is this. As your SGA president, I will not approve any fee increase that does not show a valiant effort of that department going outside of Georgia Tech for additional sources of revenue. And one example of that we had this year was parking and transportation. You'll be seeing the advertisements and the stingers coming through at the end of the semester and next fall, and that's helping you save money in your fees. So these are areas we need to address all of them in order to build the community that we seek. And that requires somebody leading the student body who has the experience in the campus affairs and the campus life issues to address these problems at their source. Now, in this next year, we will not be successful by working for the administration. We will not be successful by working against the administration. We will be successful by working with the administration. And as Vice President of Campus Affairs this past year, that's exactly what I've done. So I encourage you to visit my website, votejimmywilliams.com, for more information on all the issues. I encourage you to join our campaign community. And there's a text message community out there right now. It's got about 55 members, but you can text the word Jimmy 4-1. 4-1-1. Travis Horsley created it, and the 53 members are all his best friends, so matches on. And finally, just remember to voice your opinion on April 9th. Because right now, we hold at our fingertips the opportunity to build the community that we seek on this campus. And all I ask